The Akatsuki organization was built around a fixed structure, 10 members, each assigned to a specific finger on a colossal, ominous statue known as the Gedo Mazo. That structure wasn't just visual. Each member wore a unique ring, positioned on a specific finger, aligning exactly with one of the 10 fingers of the statue. This limitation meant the Akatsuki could never exceed 10 core members at a time. The rings weren't accessories. They were tools of selection, position, and participation in the group's most critical ritual, the Sealing Jutsu. These rings were permanent. When Orochimaru defected from the Akatsuki, he took his ring with him. It was never reassigned or recreated. His absence didn't just reduce manpower. It left a permanent gap in the group's sealing process. Without his ring, that segment of the Gedo Mazo remained inactive, extending the time needed to seal tailed beasts. Later, when members like Hidan and Kakuzu were defeated, the same issue repeated. Without their rings, sealing took longer. Replacement members could only be accepted if a ring was recovered. No new rings could be forged. Before we jump to the next part, we just want to take a moment to thank you all for your incredible support. We just passed 14,000 subscribers, and every single one of you makes this journey even more exciting. And now, we are heading to the next milestone, 25,000 subscribers. If you love Naruto as much as we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a like and share this video to help us reach even more fans. Your support keeps us alive. Next, 0. Pain's ring is placed on the right thumb, a position that naturally implies dominance and control. In Japanese esotericism and chakra philosophy, the thumb is associated with willpower and leadership. This suits Pain's character, who led the Akatsuki as its figurehead while manipulating its members from behind the scenes. The kanji engraved on his ring is Ling, translated as 0. On the surface, 0 might seem like a void, a lack of value, but symbolically, it marks the beginning of all things, the origin point before progression begins. Within the Akatsuki, Pain was this starting point. Though Nagato was the mind behind the 6 paths of pain, only Yahiko's body, the Diva path, wore the ring. Yahiko was the original founder of the Akatsuki during its early, idealistic phase in the Hidden Rain village. His transformation into Pain marked both a literal and symbolic rebirth for the group. The 0 kanji complements Pain's ideology. His goal wasn't simple conquest, but total reset, a new world born through controlled destruction. This aligns with the Gedo Mazo's symbolism as well, a vessel to reforge the world through the collection of tailed beasts. During the Sealing Jutsu, Pain's ring glows prominently, indicating his central role in the chakra channeling process. It supports the idea that the rings were not decorative, but functional tools of coordination and ritual control. 3. Heden wears his ring on the left pointer finger, which subtly reflects his combat style. The pointer finger is often associated with command, direction, and ritual gesture, fitting for someone who treats battle as a religious ceremony. His ring displays the kanji san, meaning 3. This number recurs throughout Hidan's entire character design. His weapon, the triple-bladed scythe, features 3 sharp arcs. His headband bears 3 scratch-like lines, and the symbol of Jashin, the cult he worships, resembles a triangle, a 3-pointed shape. These aren't coincidences. Hidan operates in patterns, both in movement and ritual. The number 3 even aligns with his combat history. Across the manga, he survives 3 fatal encounters, one with Izumo and Kotetsu, another with Asuma, where he is decapitated, and finally with Shikamaru, who traps and buries him alive in pieces. The number 3 also resonates with immortality themes in various cultures, representing endurance and the cycle of death and rebirth. Though Heden never revives, his inability to die parallels this symbolism. Databook entries reinforce his Jashinist rituals, and his ring may act as a stabilizer for his chakra presence during the Sealing Jutsu. His finger's placement on the Gedo Mazo adds to the symmetry of ritual formation, each finger completing a larger ceremonial pattern. Scarlet. Itachi's ring sits on the right index finger, the digit most associated with decision-making and focus. This placement reflects his personality well. He is methodical, calculating, and precise in every move, whether in battle or in his long-term plans. Itachi never acts without intention. The kanji on his ring is Ju, which translates to scarlet or vermilion. This deep red evokes several layers of meaning in relation to his character. First is the connection to the Sharingan, the bloodline limit of the Uchiha clan. Visually, the scarlet hue mirrors the red eye motif that defines his identity. Secondly, The term hints at the blood spilled during the Uchiha massacre, which he carried out under covert orders to protect Konoha. The ring's color links directly to the emotional weight of that event. There's also the association with fire. In Chinese and Japanese symbolic systems, Scarlet is often aligned with flames. Itachi specializes in fire-style jutsu, and his most iconic attack, Amaterasu, burns with black flames that stem from a mythological sun goddess. This links the symbol of Scarlet to both technique and origin. In the context of the Sealing Jutsu, Itachi's role appears more passive, but the ring still serves as a focus point for chakra transmission. The kanji on his ring reflects the internal conflict that defined him, one of fire, blood, and sacrifice. The red mark on his finger becomes a subtle signature of his tragic duality. White. Conan's ring rests on the right middle finger, a position linked to structure and symmetry. This choice fits her role within the Akatsuki perfectly. As one of its original members, and Nagato's closest ally, Konan acted as a stabilizing presence, both emotionally and strategically. Her placement between stronger egos helped maintain balance within the group. The kanji on her ring is Bai, meaning white. This symbol reflects her core fighting technique, paper-based ninjutsu. Konan manipulates thousands of paper sheets with absolute precision, forming wings, blades, and explosive tags. Paper, like the color white, is often underestimated. Yet within her arsenal, it becomes both weapon and shield. Her attacks rely on calculation rather than brute force, revealing a fighting style built on control and detail. The color white can also suggest purity or detachment, which aligns with Conan's calm demeanor. She rarely displays emotion during missions and maintains strict loyalty to Nagato's vision. When she does act independently, such as confronting Obito, her actions stem from loyalty, not impulse. In narrative terms, the white kanji highlights her thematic role as a blank slate on which Pain's philosophy was written. She supported his ideology without deviation. During the Sealing Jutsu, her ring channels her chakra into the Gedo Mazo alongside the others. Though not visually emphasized in battle like Pain or Itachi, Conan's presence remained essential in group operations. Her ring serves as a marker of that role, quiet, steady, and indispensable. Empty, void, sky. Orochimaru's ring occupied the left pinky, an outermost position, but not irrelevant. The pinky finger can symbolize the fringe of an organization, someone necessary, yet never central. This reflects Orochimaru's position in the Akatsuki as a powerful but unstable member with personal motives that eventually clashed with the group's goals. The kanji on his ring is Kong, which holds multiple interpretations: empty, void, or sky. All of these meanings suit Orochimaru's character. Empty refers to the literal absence he left behind. After defecting, his ring was never recovered, meaning the Akatsuki functioned with only 9 contributing members during Sealing Jutsu. His departure permanently disrupted their structure. This loss wasn't merely symbolic. It slowed their ability to seal tailed beasts and weakened their long-term efficiency. Sky points to his ambitions. Orochimaru sought the unattainable, immortality, infinite knowledge, and mastery over every jutsu. These goals exceeded what any organization could offer. His ideology didn't align with Akatsuki's collective goals, but pushed toward a personal ascension. The sky, in this context, represents a limitless horizon he never intended to share with others. Even after he left, the impact of his ring lingered. The manga confirms the Akatsuki struggled to maintain sealing rituals due to its absence. His ring was treated as irreplaceable. When Itachi severed his arm during battle, Orochimaru kept it, specifically for the ring. That act, intentional or not, prevented the Akatsuki from reaching full operational capacity again. Blue, green. Deidara's ring sits on the right pointer finger, a digit often linked to expression and creativity. This aligns with Deidara's entire philosophy of art. He treats every explosive creation as a fleeting masterpiece. His signature phrase, "Art is an explosion," frames destruction as an aesthetic experience. The kanji on his ring is Ching, which can be read as either blue or green. Both interpretations carry thematic weight. Blue suggests clarity and control, Deidara's ability to manipulate explosive clay with surgical precision. Green introduces vitality, linking to his energetic personality and unpredictable fighting style. But more importantly, this color choice serves as a deliberate contrast to Itachi's Scarlet ring. Red and blue are symbolic opposites in many cultures, setting the tone for their one-sided rivalry. Deidara joined the Akatsuki after Itachi, and from the start viewed him as a rival. Not because of ideology, but because of artistic principle. Itachi's illusions represented stillness and permanence, while Deidara's art was motion and impermanence. The contrast of their ring colors underscores this thematic divide. During the Sealing Jutsu, Deidara's ring ensured his chakra aligned with the Gedo Mazo. His ring was so vital that after losing his arm in battle, his first concern was retrieving it. The urgency wasn't just pride, it reflected the ring's necessity in the organization's structure. Without it, Deidara couldn't fulfill his duties, and the Akatsuki would fall out of alignment once again. Jade. The left thumb is associated with foundational control and long-term influence. Sasori's ring was placed here and later passed to Tobi after Sasori's death. This transition gives the ring layered meaning. The kanji yu translates as jade, a material long associated with purity, eternity, and beauty in East Asian cultures. For Sasori, the symbol reflects his pursuit of eternal life through puppetry. His own body became a puppet shell, immune to time and pain. His art was preservation, capturing shinobi as eternal works. Jade, a stone that lasts for centuries, complements this philosophy. It also ties into his rigid ideology that true beauty exists in permanence. When Tobi took the ring, the meaning shifted. Tobi, later revealed as Obito, represented transformation. His character arc moved from idealistic youth to hidden manipulator, then ultimately to a figure seeking to reshape the world. For him, Jade suggests rebirth. The same symbol that stood for stasis with Sasori now implied change under Tobi. Narratively, the dual use of the same ring marks a pivot in Akatsuki's evolution. The group moved from mercenary operations under Sasori to large-scale ideological warfare under Tobi. The left thumb's position on the Gedo Mazo indicates influence. Whether as puppeteer or planner, both wearers directed Akatsuki's path from the shadows. Boar. Zetsu's ring occupies the right pinky, often interpreted as a minor or unnoticed position. This fits Zetsu's role as the observer, informant, and manipulator behind nearly every major Akatsuki operation. While the kanji hai is rarely shown directly in the manga, fan sources identify it as boar. Symbolically, the boar represents cunning and persistence. Zetsu's split form, white Zetsu and black Zetsu, matches this duality. White Zetsu operates as the scout and comic relief, while black Zetsu serves as the will of Kaguya, manipulating events over centuries. The boar's traits of endurance and strategy mirror this long game. Zetsu rarely fights directly. Instead, he gathers intelligence, disposes of corpses, and monitors tailed beast activity. In the Sealing Jutsu, his participation helps sustain the link between Akatsuki members. Despite being overlooked by others, Zetsu maintains the network that keeps Akatsuki operations functional. Fan theories expand his symbolism. Some link the boar to the hidden persistence of decay and rebirth, themes central to Zetsu's connection to Kaguya's will. Though evidence is sparse in the manga, the ring still aligns with his subtle but essential function within the organization. South. Kisame wears his ring on the left index finger, traditionally associated with leadership and direction. Though not a leader in title, Kisame guided many missions, often acting as Itachi's support and protector. His loyalty was not to a village, but to the ideals Akatsuki represented. The kanji nan means south. While this seems vague at first, it may refer to the hidden mist village located in the southern seas. Kisame's shark-like appearance and mastery of water-based jutsu support this interpretation. He fights using samahata, a sword that fuses with him through chakra absorption, reinforcing his aquatic theme. Symbolically, South is also connected to the element of water in traditional Chinese cosmology. This creates a strong alignment between his ring, his origin, and his fighting style. The directional contrast with Kakuzu's North Ring may represent opposing natures within cooperative pairs. Kisami's loyalty to Itachi shows another layer of direction. While he was ruthless, he remained committed to the Akatsuki's purpose. His ring, marking him as the South Pillar, positions him as a stabilizing counterforce in the team's dynamic. North. Kakuzu wears his ring on the left middle finger, associated with balance and responsibility. His kanji is Bei, meaning north. This creates a conceptual mirror with Kisami's South, hinting at paired duality within Akatsuki's ranks. While the manga never confirms a deep link between their positions, the symbolism remains. North, in traditional contexts, suggests endurance and cold logic, traits embodied by Kakuzu. He treats missions like transactions. His ability to extend his life by replacing hearts fits with this symbolism, as the North often represents preservation and harsh resilience. Kakuzu's obsession with money also aligns with his methodical worldview. His partnerships rarely lasted because of his short temper. Heden, however, survived thanks to his immortality. This forced Kakuzu into the only long-term pairing he ever maintained. In a way, his ring may represent not only direction, but his eventual constraint. In the Sealing Jutsu, his chakra contributes through the ring, even though his presence is more functional than symbolic. While less ideologically complex than others, Kakuzu's ring reflects the necessary coldness Akatsuki needed to operate as a syndicate. The North, in this case, marks not leadership, but endurance. The ring's role. The Akatsuki rings were more than identification tools. Each one was linked to a specific finger of the Gedo Mazo statue, and this alignment became essential during the 9 Phantom Dragons Sealing Jutsu. When sealing a tailed beast, members sat on corresponding fingers, and their rings glowed with kanji symbols. This wasn't aesthetic. The glow indicated chakra synchronization between each member and the statue. Without it, the jutsu couldn't operate at full capacity. Only Nagato, as the wielder of the Rinnegan, could summon and control the Gedo Mazo, but to seal tailed beasts, he required the combined chakra of up to 10 members. Those who lacked the Rinnegan, such as Itachi, Kisame, and Deidara, channeled their chakra through the rings. These served as conduits, connecting their presence to the statue and stabilizing the ritual. This allowed remote participation, as most members weren't physically present during the sealings. When rings were lost, the process slowed. After Orochimaru left the organization, his ring was never retrieved. This gap left the sealing formation permanently incomplete. Chapter 261 of the manga confirms that sealing the one tail took longer due to missing members, with Kisame explicitly referencing Orochimaru's absence. Later, Hidan and Kakuzu's defeats caused similar delays, showing that the loss of a ring had structural consequences beyond combat. The nature of the rings suggests they weren't ordinary tools. No replacement rings were ever created. This has led to theories that the rings were forged through a unique Rinnegan-based ritual, possibly linked to ancient techniques from the Sage of the Six Paths. Their function appears too precise to be coincidental. Itachi's decision not to reclaim Orochimaru's ring during their confrontation may reflect his hidden agenda. As a double agent, allowing the Akatsuki to remain incomplete would subtly hinder its operations from within. Thanks for watching till the end. See ya.